Hi students, in the water supply and wastewater engineering laboratory experimental series, we are going to see the next experiment. I am Dr. Prabhu, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Kongunad College of Engineering and Technology. So in that series, we are going to see the next experiment, determination of suspended, settleable, volatile and fixed solids in the water. So a small introduction about this solids. Wastewater is normally 99.9% of water and it has got 0.1% of solids. If a wastewater sample is evaporated at 103 to 105 degrees centigrade, the solid remains same in the total solids. So remaining are called total solids. When it get evaporated with 100 degree to 15 degree, 105 degree centigrade, the solid remains are the total solids. The solids in the wastewater indicates the concentration of organic and inorganic constituents. The organic fraction defines the pollution load of wastewater and inorganic components determines its suitability for irrigation or fish culture. So these are the some of the purpose, a small introduction about the solids. So you can classify the solids in brief: total solids, total suspended solids, volatile solids and fixed solids, and total dissolved solids, volatile dissolved solids, fixed dissolved solids. When organic or an inorganic components are required, total solids can be divided into total volatile solids and total fixed solids. Right. So now our aim is to determine the amount of volatile fixed solids, suspended and dissolved solids for a given sample. So these are all the apparatus is required. One is, you can see here, drying oven and analytical balancing machine and this wash bottle, muffle furnace and the dash tank and desiccator for cooling and crucibles for collection of sample. And analytical balance is for weighing and drying the oven. Already you know is a oven we have in environmental engineering lab and muffle furnace. So drying oven has got a capacity to nearly 200 to 120 degrees centigrade of heat producing capacity, and muffle furnace is up to 1000 degree centigrade. So procedure. First, take a dry empty crucible. So this is a dry empty crucible. So follow the step one and weight accurately in the balance. So balancing machine we can take it, that you can take it as a dry crucible, that is W1. We can take it as W1, that is weight 1, and measure the quantity of sample transferred in the crucible and content evaporated to the dryness in hot oven for 8 hours at 103 to 105 degrees centigrade. So we can collect the sample in the crucible, the amount of sample what we take, and we can keep it in hot air oven for 8 hours, nearly to maintain the degree of 103 to 105 degree centigrade. So step 2 is over. The step 3, after removing the crucible from oven, allow it to desiccator, keep into desiccator for making it to cool and weight that crucible, that is W2. So W2 minus W1 into 1000 milligram per liter by volume of sample what we have taken as a volume of sample will give you the total solids milligram per liter. Okay, so first we have taken W1 as an empty weight, and here the W2 is the weight after keeping into the oven, and the remaining solids has been remaining solids will be deposited in that crucible, and that has to be weighted, and that is W2. Okay, and next, the same crucible is kept into muffle furnace and ignite up to 550 to 550 degrees centigrade of temperature for 15 minutes, and the crucible is taken out again from the furnace and allowed to cool in desiccator and weight accurately, that is W3. So W3 minus W1 will give you the fixed solids as the formula is given here, the volume of sample that what we have taken as a sample that can be added as a volume of sample. So again the same crucible can be kept into muffle furnace and weighted at 3 to find fixed solids. And to determine the dissolved solids, take another crucible, that is new crucible, put an empty weight, that is W4, and take a 50 ml of water that has to be filtered in filter paper. You can see the filter into filter paper and transfer into the crucible. And again you can keep the sample in oven and dry it for 103 to 105 degrees centigrade, and again same the procedure, allow it to cool, and dissolved solids can be identified by W5 minus W4. W4 by the volume of sample taken, and here that is dissolved solids, and suspended solids can be identified by total solids minus dissolved solids, and volatile solids can be identified total solids minus fixed solids. So already the total solids we have identified, dissolved solids we have identified, fixed solids we have identified in the previous one, and based on which we can identify the suspended solids and volatile solids. And take down the W1, W2, W3, W4, W5 reading, and based on the calculation we can fix it, can find total fixed, volatile and dissolved and suspended solids milligram per liter. And watching in the another one video. Thank you all.